Hey, excuse me, guys. You two married?
Yeah. Why?
How much for your wife?
What?
I got $10,000. How much?
So sorry, no, man.
Come on, look, it's real. Check it. $10,000 one night with your wife.
$10,000. This is some bullshit.
How about 100 grand?
Babe.
Check it out. 100 grand one night with your wife.
No, babe, listen. All right, so
check it. Make sure it's real. 100 grand one night with your wife. Hold it up. Here, look.
I think it's smart. It's smart.
It's a bad business decision not to.
Oh, fuck you guys.
100. Come on. How about I'll bring her back here by 8 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
All right.
Done.
100 grand.
I'm happy you made that decision, man. Thanks.
Let's go.
Appreciate it. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, excuse me, guys. You two married?
Incredible. So we're going to do it like this, man. Hey, somehow we do it on our show. I'm going to pick somebody, and then you pick who goes next. All right? And we're going to start with the real precious. 100K for one night with your wife. Good or bad business decision? What are your thoughts?
I believe it's a bad business decision. I believe it's a bad one. It may seem good in that moment. Let me give my answer, man. It may seem good in that moment, but in the long term, in the relationship, the woman is always going to be feeling like she can be bought. And it could be for both of them. They married. She at 8:01, she's back with her husband. But at the end of the day, she's never going to get that. A man can be like, oh, it was a great business decision. And, you know, we got $100,000 now. But she's never going to feel comfortable in a relationship after her husband makes a business decision like that. Marcus, you're next.
All right. I think it's a terrible decision. Like, he just became a pimp at that moment. He literally put his wife on the grocery store track and sold her for a track hawk. He sold her for a Corvette. He sold her for not even a painting. I mean, people. I mean, all money ain't good money. You feel me? Like, you can't just you can't find what you have with your wife all the time, because I'm sure you probably met a whole lot of women and you chose to marry her. So she's not easily replaceable. And then something as low as 100,000 is crazy. It's no amount, but 100,000 shouldn't make you switch up and just ruin your whole life. Then people might have had kids and all type of stuff. So Daddy, why we got separate houses for Christmas this year? Well, I got 100K. You ain't even got no house. You staying in a motel now. That 100K ain't last that long. That was a stupid ass decision. I can't go. That's my thoughts. I just can't go.
All right, who you got going next, bro?
Kale Trev, smooth.
So, all right, thanks, Marcus. Appreciate you. So, who was that in the video? Was that Adam 22? Like, he just putting his wife out there like that? Like, come on. Like, that just speaks to their value system, because it didn't seem like she needed too much coercing to go ahead and do that. So it speaks volumes for her and him. It just seems crazy, but it doesn't even seem like it would happen in real life. But then when you watch people like Adam 22 and people like that who will literally sell their wife's soul just for $1, and it's crazy because it seems like you have no soul at all when you feel like you can just go out there and sleep with the random person. You don't know if this guy has STDs. You don't know if that guy is really going to kidnap you, right? Just throw you in a basement somewhere. You don't know what's going on with that situation. So for you to agree to that just on the fly with someone who's completely unfamiliar just because they wave some dollars in your face is crazy. And $100,000, you can't really put an amount on that, right? I don't care if somebody would have told me $1 billion. You can't quantify your wife. That's just period. So that means you can't truly love her, and she can't truly love him, or she would never even participate in something like that. So it just shows to how horrible society is and what they will do. Between social media clout, people don't care anymore. And I wish it wasn't like that, but that's what we are today. And there are literally people really that just because they're thinking of what they're going to do with that $100,000. They are so desperate for that money that they will go to any length to get it. And, people will put their children up. There's no limit to what they would do. Once you put money before everything, you don't care. And we know that happens. We know there are some people who put their children up and they call it survival. So it's a pitiful thing. I'm so happy that I am not someone who would do that ever. But yeah, I don't know what to say about that. I'm almost speechless, even though I just said a lot. Just watching it, I'm flabbergasted because it just shows how horrible people could be today. And I'll give it to Stacy.
It's pretty funny. I recently had this conversation with somebody, and they were like,
"Oh, I thought you were gonna say that happened to you." Okay,
right? I'm like, and they were like, "Oh, well, what if it's like Oprah or something like that?" As if I'm like supposed to trust her a little bit more or something like that. But I definitely I don't think it's okay. And then it was just like, I don't know. I guess I was looking at it like maybe, I don't know, is it something, maybe white people are doing? Because she was like real okay with it. I don't want to make a generalization, but she was really okay with like whatever that man, her partner was okay with, she was going to do. And I mean, I would just, if I were to have to attach it, like I wouldn't want to just morally, I wouldn't do it for the money. But if my back were against the wall and it was like Michael B. Jordan and he just pressured me into doing it, I still would.
You say if your back was against the wall, I bet it would be at the end of that.
I mean, if they switched up, because I mean, that's just a random, there's a random white guy. I don't know. It's just like, I would really be pissed off with my partner. Like, are you serious? Like, you invest $100K in me and I'm gonna flip that. Like, I don't need it, but I'll flip that.
So if Michael B. Jordan gave y'all the money, you would go though?
No, but if my back were against the wall and my
that was a long no. That struggled out.
So your answer is really yes.
If a decision had to be made, like, no, I would fight to try to do what's right. But yeah, I mean,
you gotta know, how did y'all get to that conversation? You said it just recently happened.
Yeah,
how did y'all come to that conversation?
That's the crazy part.
Just like being sarcastic, like, me and my partner, he was just like, well, what if it was Oprah? And I'm like, why would you, I guess it's like you try to find someone that's older than you or like unattractive, like, oh yeah, emotionally, but I'm taking one for the team.
So you would let him smash for 100,000?
No, I wouldn't.
Smash another woman? He can't smash another one for 100,000?
No, sir.
Why? That's not fair.
Well,
he has to come back home with the spiritual residue of
but y'all got 100,000 though.
No. When you taste
we can sell ourselves. We just don't want y'all to sell yourselves.
Things you're not craving for it. And so that makes me wonder, have they tasted 100,000 before? I mean, or have they been exposed to those type of funds, which I'm probably surprised they're not. But